Kapowski, what's up? Hope you guys are doing all right. It's Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Let's get it. Time for a little crypto, some news, some numbers. Some numbers, some news, and then we'll look at some charts. And then I definitely want to look at some of everybody's favorite meme coins to see what we're looking at, what's looking like it's ready to pump. I want to know, we got to find the next best thing. So let's make sure that you guys are not stingy, right? So I did tweet something a little bit ago, about a half an hour ago, that said, going live at 4 p.m. Tag your favorite meme coins. It's a little purple frog tapping his brain. If you want, you can drop your favorite meme coins, tag them, put the contract address, whatever you need to do. You can put it in that tweet, or you could get into the chat ski. Now, if you get into the chat ski, I can go ahead and grab that. And then we can, when we get to like, whether it's Dex tools or I got Meme Job up, what some of the recommendations that we got are for memejob.fun. As you know, I believe that's the Hedera meme coin site, if I'm not mistaken. So you've got that. And then I've also got up Tap Tools. Now, if you guys were, with us this morning for the show, we had a meme coin on from the Cardano ecosystem, and they've got about let's see if I could find them on here. They've got about now it's a $9 million market cap. It was 8 something this morning. It's now a 9,035. So they are picking up steam even still. 3x over the last several days. Token ticker is cock, like a rooster. Get your mind out of the gutter, like a rooster. Go back and watch the morning show if you want to learn more. We got into to depth on that. But appreciate you guys being here. Go ahead and smash the like button. If you are watching on YouTube, and you can like that, you can hit that thing hard. It'll be fine. If you are watching on X, you can hit the heart, and you can be a little bit more delicate. You never want to break a heart. That's the way that I think about it, is you don't want to break a heart. I mean, unless you're a heartbreaker, then whatever. But that being said, and we'll do a tutorial about halfway through, maybe, depending on how the like situation looks on the video over on X. Because I like, I always have to say what's up to the YouTube folks, right? Like the YouTube viewers, like we are typically at a 100% like to viewer ratio. There's even times where people will go in with their alt accounts and go in and like the video. So we have even more likes than viewers, which, I mean, it's amazing to me. And so I appreciate you guys very much for doing so. Now, I can't say the same about the YouTube people, because there's just a few right now. And so we'll let the show cook a little bit, and then, we'll do a little something at halftime and, right before H2. As you guys know, we move in halves now, like the SWE ecosystem. They said the SWE Play 1 coming out H1 2025. I have been just enamored with that since then. So knowing that we can just go by halves versus quarters of the year, I think that's really advantageous for us to do that. So all of that being said, welcome to the show. Good afternoon. I hope that you are well. If you did miss the morning show, it was a lot of fun. You know that I'm I'm not shy, nor am I a stranger to us having projects on or talking about things that have some shock value to it. So go back and watch the show. We had a lot of fun, and those guys are actually doing a lot. They're very advantageous. They got a lot of things planned. But we'll be doing a lot of things in the space if they get everything accomplished. So good luck to them and the team and everybody. Shout out to my folks in the chat. We got Greg. We got Fight Farm NFTs, Next Level Cash. Let's go. Maximum Honk. Volmer, my guy. Who got the gold medal today? Yeah, that's right. Volmer did. Congratulations, Mike, on that gold. Again, as he says. Blocky coming in a little late saying, damn, picked up that silver. So, you know. Oh, shit. What's up, Meg? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Great. Jake, the crypto snack. Let's go. All right. That's just about everybody that's in the chat there. Oh, I see Mike, Modern Canadian, my guy. What's up, brother? Let's see. It is Tuesday, but did I see a post from you that you were going to be streaming a game tonight? Let's see. Let me just make sure that I can tell you that. I know that you've been doing a lot of stuff. Let's see. That was from 6 hours ago. Tomorrow. Oh, yeah. So it's Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday Gamer. You will be streaming Open Coliseum. So tap in with our guy, the homie from the morning show. There he is. Mike, the Modern Canadian. Shout out to the morning show community. You got this is definitely the best community. I would say that I don't want to I was going to say something funny anyway. I love my morning show community. I love the afternoon show community too. It's set up a little differently. It's mostly all the same people anyway. I love y'all. You know that. Go ahead and smash the like, hit the heart, do the things, tag your friends. Let's get some more people in here. Make sure that you do go on to the X post. Put in your meme coins that you want me to chart. I want to look, man. I want to take a look-see and see what we got. If there's anything that I should be putting my money into, I want to start, and I have not. This is showing no responses yet. I know there was a bunch. So I want to do. Like one of those challenges on Solana, right? Like 50 to 500 Solana. So I know that's cheesy or whatever, but like that's the mission. Like I want to do that, and so I want to start preparing. How that all looks and where we get into the trenches a little bit more. And so we'll be doing that pretty soon. I don't know. I'm figuring that out. But I'm putting all that shit together. All right. Let's see. Let me click on this to see. So far we got 1, 2, 3. We got a couple of responses. All right, cool. Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that stuff a little bit later in the show. So you can always, if you're watching on YouTube, you can always just drop a contract address or a project ticker in the chat. And then, I'll pull it up the best that I can. You can either say, no, that's the right one or the wrong one, and we'll go from there, whatever. So you don't have to get it on that tweet. It just makes it easier. It's just in one place. But anyway, let's get into our first part of the show. I like to call this a little market update, right? Because we're going to look at coin market cap. Oh, let me bring the screen out for you. Boom. There you go. All right. So market's doing a little bit of a rebound today, which is nice, up 4.83%. Now, when you're down a whole bunch, you don't really get excited about 4%. We're looking for double digits, man. I'm telling you, that is what we are looking for. It is nice to see Bitcoin headed back towards 100,000, better than the 80s and the 70s and a lot of other things that people were worried about. But anyway, Bitcoin up about 3% today. You got Ethereum up about 4.25%, 4.13% is what it is. XRP just on a tear. When everything else is bleeding, everything else is hurting. Now there is a lot of things that are up right now, but I mean overall in the week, XRP is up 16%. When a lot of maybe one of the actual. There you go. So here's our top 3 of the week. You got XDC, you got Kaspa, and XRP. Hanging around the same high double digits to 20. There you go. Big week for those projects. Those are the only ones with the double digits, and then you got some other ones coming down here. Nothing that I'm in. There we go. We'll drop off that. What about on the day? There you go. AI16Z. You guys know that I got into that thing pretty much at a shitty time because that project just dropped off. So this is a nice pump. I considered getting out today. I'm going to see what happens over the next couple of days. If it continues to go up, great. If it starts to drop back off, I'm going to just take the loss and get out of it and get into something else that I know is going to move, because I'm just not really sure where this thing's going at the moment. I think some of these things, it's becoming so saturated with the AI coins that it's to me, that's when you get a little bit of a problem. And then you gotta do a little bit better research. It's not just about what's hot right now, because now you're turning into a what's hot today kind of a deal, if that makes sense. But we are usually not here for the winners. We're here for the losers, because we want to know where the opportunities Fart coin. There you go. That's something that one of the coins to chart for today was fart coin. I think it was Mike Modern Canadian who said that actually. Let me just double check that. Oh, I have that over here. Yep. I don't know any, but I could definitely get behind fart coin. All right, so we're gonna have to chart fart coin today. So we'll do that one for Mike. And then that we got what was some of that SolBae on Sol. So we'll have a couple things. Let's look at our opportunities on the week now. Opportunities on the week. It could DCA could do another dump into that, and then if it does come back up, then you get a nice little come up there. You can lower your cost, your entry, and then you get into profit a little bit faster. But that's probably not the move that I want to make. Virtual protocol, that thing, man, it got damn near close to the bottom of that golden 218 or 216, excuse me, or what is it? Now I feel like a bozo. Let's put, you guys know, we'll just throw the auto on really quick, put the virtual. It may have changed now. No, it's 618. Yeah, 2 ones. The 618. So it got damn near close to it, but it didn't quite hit it. Now it is way out of the it's created a whole new thing for itself. So we're not going to pay attention. We're going to see what happens. We obviously missed that, waiting for the bottom of the golden zone. It went into it like we were looking for it to do. Hopefully you guys weren't waiting for the actual bottom, that you said, hey, this is good enough for me. It's in there. Springboard, kada boom, kada bing. So that thing is up big time today, up 20%. When that is probably one of the biggest gainers of the day, right? You got AI 16Z, you got Caspa 19, and then virtuals at 19%. So there you go. Shout out to anybody that got in that one, man. That'd be a nice little come up ski if you scooped when that thing was down near at the bottom just the other day. What else we got that's up, man? That's pretty small. Sorry, I didn't realize how tiny that was. That may be better for you. We got near. This is all right. So this is where we transition over to like not really up at all on the day. So that is the update there. Let's get into a couple of our news stories. We've got 3, as you know. First one being JPMorgan believes that Solana and XRP ETPs could attract 15 billion in net inflows. Now, according to an estimate by JPMorgan, this is Matthew. Well, like we just said, the $15 billion in net inflows. Matthew Siegel, head of Digital East Asset Research at VanEck, shared the forecast that they've got here. Now, there is something interesting that I saw down here. Here we go. Bloomberg ETF analyst James Seifert, Eric Balkunis recently highlighted that Donald Trump's administration could favor new approvals. We do know that the pro-crypto administration is going to bring a lot of changes. The SEC is going to totally change, which leads, there's a lot of things. I mean, Coinbase just won something. Tomorrow is the big XRP appeal date. It's got to be done by the 15th. Are they even going to care, right? Is there even a point when they know that the incoming administration is so pro-crypto that, whatever, at some point, this thing is going to have to stop because it goes against the direction of what the office is going anyway. Let's see. However, this is where it was interesting. However, ETFs tied to Litecoin and Hedera. That's really interesting. I know that we heard the Hedera thing come out recently, just a few weeks ago. So tied to Litecoin and Hedera are more likely to approve first. Litecoin is a fork of Bitcoin, as you guys know, which means it's likely to be classified as a commodity, while HBAR has never been targeted by regulators and is unlikely to be classified as a security. Now, there are so many, it's some of the biggest companies in the world all sit on the council for HBAR, for the Hedera ecosystem there. But at the end of the day, I don't really know what all, to the extent that means, of how involved those companies are, other than they have a seat at the table, right? So that is something that we need to get into a little bit more and get an idea of where that looks in the future, especially as the landscape starts to change here. Now, I know they're not all US based companies. Some of them are international. So something to look at. We got to figure that out. All right. That's it for this article, man. What do you guys think about this? I think, if we were to see a Solana or an XRP ETP, now an ETP, what does that stand for? Well, it says right here, we're all used to ETFs, exchange traded funds, but the ETPs, exchange traded products. And so, I think that's probably, I got to figure out what the difference, like what is actually the difference. Like let's just do that research together. The difference between an ETF and an ETP. An exchange traded fund is a type of exchange traded product. ETPs are investment vehicles that track the performance of underlying assets, while ETFs are a specific type of ETP that typically holds securities. All right, cool. Love that. Big fan of that. Let's move on to our next article, because we want to get to the charts anyway. We should be breezing through this stuff. That's my opinion. Is that let's get through this quick, and then let's get over to the charts so that we can start looking at those opportunities to try to, I don't know, maybe make some scalps or get into some new positions and find some new communities, whatever it is. I came to flip, but I found myself in a community. Everybody knows that meme. All right. SEC Chair Gary Gensler says Bitcoin is speculative, but likens it to gold. Is he flip-flopping? Changing his narrative on his way out? Could be. Ahead of stepping down, Gensler reflects on Bitcoin's volatility, compares it to gold, and discusses crypto oversight and ETFs in a CNBC interview. There you go. Bitcoin, here's what his quote was that they're bringing. It is from Squawk Box. Bitcoin is a highly speculative, volatile asset, but with 7 billion people around the globe wanting to trade it, just like we've had gold for 10,000 years, we've had Bitcoin. It might be something else in the future as well. What does that even mean, Gare? What does that mean? Let's see. We do know that he's set to step down on the 20th, the day that President-elect Donald Trump takes the office. He warned, this is back to Gary Gensler, he warned that most popular tokens beside Bitcoin could be subject to securities laws going to zero. All of the tokens besides Bitcoin are going to zero, according to Gensler. This is another quote from him. The crypto field is highly speculative and has not been compliant with various laws, whether anti-money laundering, sanctions, or security laws. And so he thinks that the Bitcoin is the only thing that is going to stand the test of time. Mr. Gensler, I think that you should understand that is not the way that it's going to be, that there's a lot of innovation in this industry, and there's a lot of, the entire financial industry that we know, ecosystem, everything, financial markets are all changing to adapt this new style, 24 hours, blockchain based with immutable ledgers, all that stuff. I'll tell you what. Come on, Gare. Come on, old man. Sorry, I don't know. Here we go for our fun article today. The Bank of England launching the Digital Pound Lab. They're going to test the digital pound. There you go. Thank God they're trying it here first. The UK Central Bank is establishing an experimental lab to explore the potential of a state-issued digital currency. According to the Digital Pound Progress Report, the lab will operate within a sandbox environment, allowing practical experimentation with APIs dedicated to the CBDC, various use cases, and potential business models. Who's the one who says this? The report states, this comes out of the report, ongoing experiments during the design phase will continue to deliver value to the UK's payments and technology sectors. The BOE also emphasized the importance of engaging with individuals and businesses through services and working groups, which have helped identify issues within the current payment systems. Man, this is interesting, right? This is where you've got a whole lot of things starting coming to your mind here. You got, is this the beginning to the end? Why is this starting here? It seems like you would think you would see maybe a smaller country, but is this the year where this happens, where we do see more major I mean, if the Bank of England puts in a CBDC, and again, this is just a little test, right? And they're going to be putting this into, like they said, a sandbox environment. This is something that's totally protected and it's private. This is not something that people can get into and start doing yet. But like, the whole idea of swapping over to a CBDC this early, and there's talks about it, but now they're starting to test an environment to see if that's something that's even stable enough that they could create. And woo, I mean, I don't know. Are you guys ready for a CBDC? Drop that shit in the chat. Let's go. Oh man, I'm way behind on the chat. What's up, everybody? I see Ellie's in the house now. What's up, Ellie? Corey, what's up, my G? Y'all, I appreciate you guys. Go ahead and smash that like button. We're almost at the halfway point. Let's see. Let's get through this article, and then we will do what we got to do here. We're done now, right? That was it. It was just it was one of those little paragraph articles. Let's see. By following this, I want to just see what this says. By following this approach, technical discussions will become more direct and detailed, facilitated by the newly established Digital Pound Lab. That sounds like a AI article. Probably, right? They don't have a name on it. It's just the newsroom. So it's an AI article. This is coming at Atlas 21. I don't even know what this is. This could be a spoof article. But I mean, the whole idea of the CBDC, I mean, it's got to be scary. At the same time, it's not like just because there's a CBDC, it's like what you have now. Maybe it's easier, right? Instead of having to, to convert. I don't know. I don't know what the conversion is like going from, what you have now, say like your Bitcoin or your Solana or your XRP or whatever it is, and you swap it to a stable that you can then convert when you bring it into your bank, right? I think once we get to the actual talk of implementing a CBDC and not just testing an environment, I think that there's going to be a lot of people shitting in their pants. But at the end of the day, that's innovation, and I would say you almost kind of have brought it on yourself by having inventing Bitcoin in the first place. So all right, let's see, what are you guys talking about? Jake is excited for his XRP trade. There you go. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. This is just one place, one testing ground, all that stuff. Anyway, just be on the lookout for a CBDC near you. And all I know is, at this point, that is just something that's being tested. I have not heard anything. Let's CBDC USA. Is there any news that May 21st, May 23rd, August 29th, a week ago, May 23rd, June 24th? Yeah, there's no news about it now. There you go. All right. Well, that's it. That's it for the news. We got through early. We got through unscathed, which is really good because that leaves us more time to look at some coins. I will go ahead at this point and make myself full screen because I want to do something. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. As you guys know, really quick, today is Tuesday. It is 4:30. In 3 hours from now, I will be 48 hours into my water fast. And so I'm having black coffee and water, unflavored, unsalted, everything. No, nothing. It's just straight up water, sometimes with ice, sometimes without it. But I am feeling wonderful. Like I go through like little spurts where I feel like a little hunger pain. It's like, oof, man, I could eat a granola bar. Or, oof, I could eat a piece of some beef jerky or whatever. But it just kind of goes away. You just drink a little coffee, you drink a little water, and boom. And so I will tell you, like, I did wake up with a weird energy this morning. I did wake up with like a strange mental capacity, and I did also not have to take my nerve pain blocker this morning, and I am like totally fine. I've been sitting for a bunch of the day, and that was always a major problem. And so I don't. Again, I think I said that this morning. I don't really know if this is something that is like just my mentals, and I'm just bullshit, and my body's just playing a joke on me, or if it's like for real that like after you get through 24 hours, you go through autophagy, I believe is the term, and that's where you start to repair on a cellular level. And so that's actually the whole goal of what I was doing with this water fast in the first place, was to I'd done some research and found out that like you go through some repair stages like when you do that. And I thought, well, there are a few things that I do need to repair on the inside of my body, my back, and some of that stuff. And so, it's if it's taking the inflammation down enough to the point where the nerve is not being crushed or whatever, like I tell you what, man, like there'll be more water fast in my future for this length of time. It's not as hard. And I even tweeted out something this morning about it where it's like, man, you can just really like after you like put yourself in some situations and you really like you have some determination, you have this desire and this drive to do something and you do it, man, like it makes things that you once thought were practically impossible easy. And so at almost 48 hours with only having water and coffee, I will tell you something. I feel great. Mike Farmer says, cut out sugar, JChains, it will help a lot. I don't actually eat a whole lot of sugar. Like things here and there, like a snack bar or like a protein, like a high protein bar or whatever. I do go through phases like with chocolate where I gotta go just slam some chocolate chips, but that is over, right? I'm done doing that. There's like a lot of health benefits that will come out of this water fast that really a lot of them also too are to get back on track with some healthier mindsets with some of the things that I was doing while I was training for fighting. And so I really want to get back into it. I really want to get back into boxing and start doing that stuff again. But I told myself I got to let my body heal, and so this is working out. So I don't think 40 days is going to repair that. You're funny. You are funny, Dal. Thank you, Mr. Mile. Appreciate it. Thank you for noticing. I did get the fresh fade. What was that? But I did say don't touch the beard. I was not confident in that. I got a little bit of a trim right here to kind of like not look like a woolly mammoth. And then I got to do a little work myself. But I will tell you, I'm still looking for a master craftsman, beardsman, a beards craftsman in my area. I got to find someone that I can trust because I cannot trust myself to trim my own beard. It's just no bueno. No bueno. Smash the like. If you are watching on YouTube, hit the heart lightly, delicately. Remember, we don't want to break any hearts if you're watching on X. It's time to get into some charts after I get another sip of the coffee. This was a nice little break. The beard burr. There we go. The beard burr. All right. Let's go. We were looking here before. We were waiting for virtual to come down. That's where our alert was set. We could have done something over here and maybe gotten in and scaled into a position, but you guys know me. I'm an all or nothing kind of motherfucker, and so we waited for the bottom. We were waiting for this thing to hit the bottom, and then we were going to get in, but that did not happen. Try some pole dancing. I don't have a pole in here. Can't pole dance without a pole. Okay. I love that. That was a great. We can get, you know what? I'll Amazon Prime one of those ones that like, It's like it's like a shower curtain. Then you just put it up into the ceiling. I'll get one. I will learn how to dance on a pole. Yeah. Okay, so XRP memes, crypto drunk. This is definitely something that I need to get into. I need to get into that ecosystem. I need to learn more. I need to find the right wallets. I need to find the right exchange, like wherever swaps, like situations, all that stuff. So I got to get into that. So that is something I didn't really I was really just sitting on the XRP, but I think the whole idea is let's play around with the XRP memes because the ecosystem is young and there's probably a lot of good activity. So if you know how to get a hold of me on X, man, shoot me a DM. That would be wonderful. You could also shoot me an email. Let's go JChains@web3breakfast.com. Y'all can do that. Anyone, you can shoot me an email. Maybe I have another one. JChains@proton.me as well. So you can shoot me an email if you want, and let's figure out how we can. All right, let's go. Let's look at AVAX here. AVAX sitting. Let's turn the auto fib off. We don't need it on for everything. AVAX is sitting down below. I've actually got some AVAX that's hung up in an exchange that I got to get undone. So that's a project that I've got to do today, actually, I believe. And so I'm getting ready to cut it loose. I'm going to put it into something else that I'm ready to keep watching. I think that it had its moment, and I should have sold when it was back up in the 50s, but I missed it. At some point, it will rip, and I know that. I just for the narratives that I had it for, I just don't think it's ready quite yet. And so, that's a decision. That doesn't mean that I am. Listen, long term, I'm super bullish on AVAX. Don't get me wrong on any of that. I'm just going to put it into something else because my strategy right now is to consolidate and make sure that when I do make my moves that I can do them, and it's almost like it's just my strategy. We'll just leave it at that. But I am consolidating my portfolio. Originally, when I first realized that when I put all my coins together into a thing, I realized that I had 22 coins. 22 coins. And for some people, they're like, bro, that's nothing. But for me, that's way too much. I think 7 to 10 for your mains is like what you should have. And then you can have a gazillion moon bags or a gazillion shitters or whatever you want. But as far as your mains go, 7 to 10 is a perfect kind of balanced portfolio. That's what I believe. That's how I learned it. That was always my strategy. I just got carried away over the last year or so. And so here we go. We're making the consolidations, doing the things. And so if you are in the AVAX community, don't hate me. Know that I love AVAX. It's just not my thing right now. Bitcoin coming in at 96.4, which is great to see. We've got a few zones. We were still expecting a little bit of a drop, but as you can see, for the most part, we have got ourselves a range. Let's change the color of these to our that's a terrible color. My God. We'll go blue. All right, so we have got ourselves a range, and I'd say we've got a few anomalies, but for the most part, here it is, right? And so here's kind of a safe zone, and if you want, start to set here. We could set an alert on this one right here. I like once per bar. Boom. Same thing here. Set an alert once per bar. I'm not even showing you guys this. Golly. Thank you. I did just notice that now. There you go. All right. So we got to go back to the AVAX thing. I think we were looking at AVAX. You don't really need to see the chart, right? Who cares? There we go. Here's the Bitcoin chart that we were just looking at. So these blue lines right here is what I just drew. And I said, remember, there's a few anomalies here, right? Our little run to the all-time high, and then this little run up the other day over here. But for the most part, you can see since this is November, right? The end of November, November 22nd. We've kind of been in this little chop zone here that is between 90, say, just under 92 and just under 100K, right? And this is a conservative chop zone. So this would be something where you could do what I just did, is you draw those lines, you set those alerts, and if you're looking for, if you're looking to go long, it's in the middle of the zone, right? So I would say you could go, you could make that decision. You could probably pull it down to some lower time frames, things where see where things are going, maybe get in a scalp or whatever. But let's see, does high IQ tell us anything? High IQ is in a long. What can we turn off? Let's turn off. So high IQ. No, never mind. Not in a trade right now on the daily here. There was an entrance here and then a hard long exit right there. So let's look at the 4 hour. What's going on here on the? Oh, you just got an entry the hour before, the 4 hour candle before this last one. We got an entry on Bitcoin. Huh. All right. Maybe we'll have to put in a long. We'll see. See, it is nice to see Bitcoin again. Remember, moving back up. Maybe we did get the reversal, right? Let's go the daily, back to the daily, because as you can see, it's a tiny, tiny little ass candle, a tiny little ass thing, as far as the body goes. You could see what I'm saying? This right here. Tiny. That's like baby, no body. That's like literally coming in and out of the same thing. But at the end of the day, it is a green arrow and it has a long wick. And most times that signifies a reversal, right? And so while it didn't get a chance to build a body, it did get a chance to go all the way back up and get that thing green and then go positive in the next one on the daily. So we could mark that thing as that's the change, but we'll find over the next couple of days, right? All right, nice. I see some contract addresses and some coins coming in here. Nice job, guys. Keep those coming up because we'll switch on over to that here in just a second here. Let's see what Blocky says. Blocky says 97.2 is just under the golden pocket. It's also the point of control on the range. We need to close above that, move back to Valhalla at almost 100K. Not Valhalla, but I'm paraphrased there. All right, let's go check out. What are we thinking about the graph these days? Let's see. Oh man, get off that. Here we go. This is one that we don't have our confidence back in yet. Has a very, very bright future. But as you can see, we are still hanging around that September timeframe when we were looking at things. So we didn't miss anything, right? I did in all transparency, I did get in the graph and I did get out of the graph, and I probably did all right with it where I got in and where I got out. But here we are again right here. So if you missed it, again, it's back to where we were at the fall time. So you could get yourself a bag of the graph because you know where things ultimately are headed. However, maybe check some of these other time frames and see, is there a better entry for you to be looking at? Remember, the trend is your friend, and it is still going down. So until there's a complete reversal, the trend is going down on that one. HBAR, this one to me was one that we had talked about last week. We had set our alerts on this bottom yellow line right here, and the alert had gone off when it got hit. Let's see. I believe it hit Friday. We had talked about this earlier in the week. We don't do the afternoon show on Friday, and this was Thursday here. So I believe it was anyway. I know that we had set the candles earlier in the week when we had that dip, man. It came down here and it set that trigger alert, and so you could have caught that thing if that was what you were looking for, because this was at the bottom of so many points of where it touched. You had so many opportunities for support there, and yeah, it wicked down a little bit, but man, nothing to write home about. That is for sure. So hopefully you got into that HBAR. Definitely touched that bottom of that range, and then it popped right back up. HBAR performing so well. I think it's got a lot of good shit coming out, and I think it's going to be a little bit before it becomes more of like that household name crypto. But again, you got to think. I'm not a gamer, but you know how I feel about Karate Combat. Karate Combat being basically Web3 gaming's best offering, right? You've got a token, you've got an app, you've got a game because you can wager your token now, and you can't lose them, so it's up only. And there's a physical aspect of it too. You can go to an event and see this stuff live in person. You could be like me and you could fight. Look, I'm happy to be wearing. Actually, I forgot I was wearing a Karate Combat. You could even fight for Karate Combat, like I did. At least challenge yourself. Get yourself like in shape, like you're gonna fight. You don't have to actually do it if it's not your thing. But I tell you, it's the best form of getting in shape ever. Shout out to the YouTube chat, my guys. They are just in there lighting it up. Appreciate you. We've got a whole bunch of coins to look at, so I'm going to have to get through this stuff very fast. I think that's it. I do love looking at the Ondo chart. I will tell you guys, let me go full screen for this. I don't need to show. What I will do is I'm going to show you a picture of something. I am so excited for this. That right there, I got it this afternoon, is my confirmation that I was approved to attend the Ondo Wall Street 2.0 Summit, February 6th. I'm not emceeing it as much as I wanted to. It's okay. I will still be there. I will get as much information as I can. I will do as many interviews as I can. I do know that there is no streaming and that kind of stuff there. But I will definitely try to talk to as many people as I can and see what Wall Street thinks, see what some of these financial people are saying. Because if you look at some of the guest lists and some of the speakers, man, I'll tell you what, it is going to be a big show. And so I am super excited. I've got my flight. I've got a place to stay. I have now got access to the event. So let's freaking go. I am so excited. Let's see what else we got here. Meg saying just so excited for Futurist in May. I know. I got to get on that. I got to get in touch with all of the conferences and make sure everything. I'm going to do a calendar, get everything lined up, get everything squared away, and we're going to set this off right because it is going to be a fast year. It's going to come fast because once the bull run starts, it goes by quick because time flies when you're having fun, right? When you're making money every single day, boom, 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 and then it's conference season, boom, 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 and then all of a sudden we got Vegas and Toronto and yada yada yada. All these places, we're going to be everywhere. So got to make sure that we line that stuff up now. Anyway, looking at the chart for Ondo, let me show it to you guys. So looking at the chart on Ondo, things are still looking down. You look at all of the indicators, you look at the candles, everything is still moving downward. There is no, hey, we're breaking this structure. You hear a lot of people saying, what's the plan for the unlock? I would say if you didn't sell already, up here, man, what are you waiting for? I'm not saying to sell, but if you didn't sell there, it certainly is not going to drop. The upside is way greater. If there is no big issue with the unlock, right, which kind of is a lot of the messaging that's being put out. You're seeing Ondo come out and say, listen, a lot of these coins, a lot of the tokens it's going to institutional people. The whole point of this is really to help the ecosystem. And so it's not it. And that's so, yeah, while it is a big number, 134% of the current circulating supply ends up being 20%, with the unlock. But at this stage in the game, guys, I would say that there's not a whole lot of sell pressure. Who the fuck is look where it went. It basically chopped in half. You know what I mean? Who still has, who's going to sell? Like if you hadn't sold, I didn't sell a single coin. We know a lot of people were getting ready to do that anticipation, but getting ready to do that, it was going to happen earlier in the month. But the whole plan was, if things were still pumping, then yeah, let's sell, take some profits. Let's wait for this thing to dump. But it's just been on a downward slide since the middle of last month. So it was my opinion that at this point, the sell has already happened. It was a slow trickle. It didn't happen all at once. It didn't happen at the unlock. Like this could be one of those, you hear a lot of the stories where a lot of people are likening it to Solana, right? Where these VC guys, all of these institutions that have these tokens coming to them, they're like, well, fuck, I'm not selling this thing for what, a 10x, if that. I think they got it at 5 cents, so maybe a 20x. No, that's not why they play this game. They know that this potential is like 1,000x for them. So that's what they're in this, and it's not going to take very long. That's why the projections are so hot and so heavy so fast. I mean, this industry is set to explode. There's no reason for them to cut those tokens loose. It just, they're in this to make more money than, they don't have the paper hands like the retail. Anyway, what day is the auto unlock? It's the 18th. So is that, today is the 14th. The 18th is Saturday. There you go. RWA Bitcoin. We got to look at, if there's an RWA Bitcoin ecosystem, someone's got to show it to me, or at least show me where to go to find it. And then I will do my research from there and I will look all into it. All right. Let's go. Is there any tickers that we need to look at on Dex Tools? Some of our favorites. We got Convo. We've got the token metrics, man. This thing's still, that's the only red one. I tell you what, man, that thing is a bag of shit. Anyway, we got the coins, Chick Coin. This thing looks like it is up. It says 2% today. Nice little retrace, guys. Remember, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I just know that this is something that we have talked about on this show. You look at this trend line from all the way down here in the beginning to all the way here, you've got several touch points where this coin absolutely respects the trends, right? It goes up, it goes down, but it always respects the trend. And so maybe we're seeing, this was a big, massive pump, right? This was a big one. Maybe what we see is a nice little retrace. We got to bring the line out farther, actually. And that's just roughly there. So for us to get from where it is right now back to the bar is 20%. So that's not what you wish for. You wish for this thing to go back up, but always just understand that this coin does a very good job of respecting the trend, the overall trend, as you can see. Even if it does come down another 20% and it goes up from there, right? That's what it does. Is that this is it's a trend line at the all time. It is, no matter what happens, no matter the ups and downs, the ebbs, the flows, it is up and to the right, and that has been the story since the beginning. So that's why I like this coin. And not only that, is CC is a member of pretty much everybody's community, and so we respect our friends and we support our friends, and that's what we do here. VHS, as you guys know, that's a big one to me. Let's go. Nice little rebound over the last couple, at least today, after a couple day dip. That's for sure. That is a good opportunity. I know that there's going to be some heavy movement with that one later. All right, enough about the ones that I'm looking at. I want to see what you guys are looking at. And we didn't get in any trades today because we're looking at meme coins. And I know that we've got up and to the left. There we go. Unicorn fart dust. Yeah, that's all of that is too funny to me. All right. Let me see. Where is the first? Man, the chat was definitely active today. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are awesome. Thank you. Let's see here. It's Amia Mario. What's up, fam? Appreciate you guys. If I missed your If I missed your message in the chat, my apologies. I need to get better at reading the chat and making sure that I'm, pay attention to the show as well. Let's see. I have to find. I know there was a shitload of coins in the chat. Here, I'm going to go to that tweet that I got up because then I can at least get started. And all right, so the first one I'm going to look up is SolBae. Go to Dex Tools here. Here we go. All right, what do we have here? All right, I just want to make sure that you guys can see what I'm seeing. There it is. All right, man, look at this chart. Y'all, you've been talking to me about this thing, and I have definitely needed to be paying attention. But it looks like things are moving and escalating quickly. So this here is our friend SolBae AI, your SolBae, your AI personality, here to help navigate crypto. We have had SolBae in the breakfast chat, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna give SolBae a follow back. There we go. Don't worry, honey. It's an AI bot. It's not a real woman. Just kidding. All right. Let's see. Let's look back at the chart again. I like this chart, man. This is something that that you would like to see a nice. You would like to see a nice correction if you've missed out. If if you got in here, you don't want to see any corrections. You just want to see it just send. Just God candles continue giving those X's. So I'll tell you what, I am going to star this one, and I'm going to come back to this on my own time and definitely get a bag of some SolBae 100%, because I love that chart that thing is just going, man. And I know that it's just building. It's only a $776,000 market cap. Oop, 776,000. You got 100K of liquidity that is burned. The circulation supply is just under $1 billion. You got 818 holders. There you go. SolBae. All right, that is one that I like. I definitely like that project there. Sorry that I've faded it to this point. All right, Mr. Dude, my guy, says that we should be looking at Akira, the red panda. Now, where can we get? It's on base. Is that where it is? All right, let's look at Akira, Akira. Akira, the red panda. Here it is. All right, this chart is not looking the same as the other one, but this is just like a straight up consolidation chart, right? If we were to look where it's at right now, found its bottom. So you don't want it to go any farther than where it is to find a new bottom. You want it to bounce off where this is right here. So, and this was back in October of, right here is what I'm talking about, October of last year. Project launched towards the tail end, had a nice little start, has definitely seen some nice moving. I mean, listen, anything that's not a dinosaur tail, I would say is a success, right? Anything that made it through that's not a dinosaur tail. And if you don't know what a dinosaur tail is, think about a dinosaur and how it stands, and then the tail's off like this, right? I got to do it so you can see. So it's like pretty much all the play to earn games and how they started back in the day, where rewards were high, users were high, and then everything drops off. It's basically that model there. And so this token, Akira the Red Panda, available to you over there on the base ecosystem. Love that. This thing is at its bottom. And again, you could see a little wick down. You've seen some other wicks. Let's get this off so you can see that. Come on now. There you go. So as you can see, like it can get down below, and let me zoom that in for you. that's what you want to see. So this line right here where it's at, this is the current price, but as you can see earlier on, kind of had a little bit of trouble, but always finished the day above it or right there at it there. So, one to watch. Hey, we'll keep this one on the watch list and see. We'll track this over the week. These will be some of our coins of the week, and we'll see what else we've got. I will definitely check back in with some of these coins. I will not pull them off the list. Sometimes I pull some off my list to VHS. We did look at SNEC. That would be over on the Cardano one. And then these memes here, we've got Meme Job pulled up. So let's see, have we gotten any more? Yeah, I feel like we've probably gotten a few more. Let's see. Have a look at this one, making a comeback. All right, let's pull the contract. I love when you guys give me the contract address, brother. That makes me feel so much better that I'm looking at the right thing. Honk. All right, here we go. Here we go. This thing has had some activity. It is similar, but not quite the same. You're a little bit off the floor from all time. Let's see. Okay, so it went up to 4 cents. Let's take a look. This is some of the activity that it's had. Pump, down, pump, down, pump, down, pump, down, pump. I would say that this one, you've got the volume is a little low. I mean, you got a $1 million market cap, but you got 3,000 in volume. This definitely needs more. It's definitely needs some more volume. Honk, 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 Maximus, honkimus. So yeah, that thing just needs some volume. So I don't know if it's an attention thing. I don't know what happened, if there's anything that happened, why, the volume has gone way down. It doesn't tell me what the volume was here, does it? Yeah. 3 million, 2 million, 3 million, 8 million, 5 million. So, yeah, back when the volume was, daily in the millions, that was probably the glory days. Don't let them pass you by, glory days, glory days. When my Memecoin pump, glory days. I'm gonna write a Bruce Willis style glory days song about meme coins pumping or crypto pumping or something. I'll debut that hopefully in a few weeks, if that's something you guys want. You can also smash the like button in opposition of said song. So either way, you could smash the like button if you'd like to hear that song, a crypto glory days, or meme coin glory days, something like that. Or you could, if you don't want to hear that, so your call. Always singing the voice of James Hetfield. Yeah, probably. There you go. Where would you TP on XRP? Man, that's such a really good thing. I feel like it's going to be it's a joke to us. It's not a joke to the institutional, and that's where the money's coming from. And that's why I made a joke earlier today over on Ben's show about, $5.89 being, one of the next stops that we'll see XRP. And so I would say if it were a traditional crypto, that would be probably a pretty good stopping point. However, we know that this thing is going to absolutely, I don't know, play a little bit differently moving forward now that this thing, we're changing the administration and all that stuff. So I love the idea of a $10 to $15 XRP. So I see those posts about people putting $100 XRP. I don't hate that, right? I can't smoke the hopium and tell you guys that I see $100 XRP anytime soon, because I don't know what the market cap makes We'd have to do that math together. I am not prepared to do that kind of math at this moment, but maybe tomorrow we can do some fun moon math of some crazy prices, and I will come prepared with the right tools to do that. So, Honk, my bro, I appreciate you giving us the CA on that one. Unfortunately, at this particular moment, until we see some volume come in, I would be out. But that is just me. That is my personal opinion and strategy there. I see we got Julie Kennis in the house. What's up, fam? Hope you are doing well. Happy New Year. Shout out to everybody. Happy New Year. I know it's January 14th and we're halfway through the month already. Jeepers creepers. But, it's still January. So you can say that still. I'm getting on my case. All right. What else do we have? Do we have 58.90? I like that, Mike Vollmer. $58.90 still takes care of the 589. Maybe there'll be an advisor from the crypto community that could advise the institutions to stop it at 50.89. That'd be good. If XRP had the Bitcoin market cap, it would be $33.21. Damn. Give that to me. Give it. That's like a trilly, though, isn't it? Like two. Let's see. Let's go. Coin market cap, Bitcoin, 1.9 trillion. Yeah, so just under 2 trillion, like I said. Let's give it. Let's get it. XRP gonna have to do that 2 trillion, get us up to $33. You know what? To be honest with you, it's possible. I know that that's stupid and it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but I think at some point, probably, let's say by 2030 seems to be like a great metric for a lot of things, a lot of RWA stuff. Let's say some of the more advanced gaming stuff. We've heard 2028, but let's extend that because there's always delays. So 2030, a good metric. So by 2030, will we see a $100 XRP? Yes or no? Drop that in the chat. I think I will tell you my answer tomorrow on that. I know we're taking you a little over time today, and guess what? I don't give a shit. So I hope you don't give a shit. If you gotta go, you gotta go. And I absolutely totally get that. But if you can hang out with us, then come hang out with us for a little bit longer. Let's see what else we got here. That is it, I believe, as far as things. Book of Trump. Ugh. Nah. We'll look it up. I did ask for this stuff, so. I don't have a good feeling about this particular one, but I could always be wrong. $20,000, 1982. That's the fucking year I was born. Look at this candle, jeepers. Man, why didn't you tell me about this yesterday, dog? Definitely would have loved to have hit that. But there is definitely some people who hit some nice X's who hit a 10X today, 9X today on this thing almost. Sheesh. I wonder, like, what happened, right? Because this thing has been dinosaur tailing since the summertime. Some decent activity right when it launched, but maybe it's that whole attention thing. Maybe you got one whale that came in and Book of Trump a couple days before. Didn't tell anybody that he launched this coin in the summer. Who knows? Oh man, that's the car dealer. That's the car dealer saying, hey, the car's ready. I told her that I'd call her later today. Let's see. Here we go. Fight Farm, Queen. Let's go. Let's see. Blocky, is that the... Man, so when you guys put that's funny. When you put contract addresses, it does not show up onto the YouTube chat, which is funny. And I can't do anything but click it on StreamYard. So let's go KWEEN. Let's see what that is. Do Queen. Oh, I think we've looked at this one before. The female, it's like a AI Do Kwon female AI agent or something like that. It looks like it has had a couple runs. Boom, boom. Problem is, you cannot. If this thing, you would want this thing to pick up like very soon, or else it's going to come back down to this level, and then you're, instead of at a cent and a half, you're at 000 level. So the Doe Queen, unless volume comes up, now this has at least got $376,000 in volume over the last 24 hours. That's good. A $14 million market cap. You could see this thing making a little run ski. This is an old project, man. Wow, this thing did absolutely nothing for a long time, and then definitely went on a little bit of a run. Huh. Very interesting. I'm gonna star this one. We're gonna track this one this week as well. I do like, honestly, that it is right where it's at. You've got this basically where it's at right now is the old resistance level right here that it eventually broke through, kind of acting as a support level, right? You got a bunch of wicks, some bodies and some wicks here. That's what's happening right here, is that it's come down a couple times and bounced back up. We're sitting at it right now, so you definitely want to see it hold. But we've got definitely an opportunity if it comes down here as well. And then if it goes below, so if this was, we can't set an alert on this, can we? No. So if this was trading view, we would have alerts set on this line right here. So that's what I would do if I were you at the 005603. Put in a line, set an alert, and then if it touches that, you know that you got to pay attention, that it's either time to get out, because it's probably gonna, if it plunges, that's it. But if it bounces, maybe it's a good DCA. Yeah, late volume is a little bit strange. I agree with you, Fight Farm. Let's see. Blocky. If a mod puts the CA in there. Yep. If the mod puts a C in there, we're good. So that works. I don't know how we police that or how we handle that. But here's that call-in coin. Actually, what were some of the options with the liquidity? Here we go. This is the one that we want with $1 million liquidity. You got some other pairs, but here's the one that's $1 million. All right, chart looks great. It is just moving on up since early December. Let's see. Let me make sure I was on the wrong thing over there. All right, back to this chart. I actually really like this chart. I'm going to start this one right now. Wish you guys would have told me about this one back in December when it was down here, but it is what it is. Like, that's fine, guys. Don't worry. Like, I don't need to get coins either. So, but jokes aside, I actually really do like the way that this chart is moving. In my opinion, what I would be doing is waiting for here. Let's set an alert there. And then here seems to be another zone where you got some starts. And so there you go. I'd wait for a little bit of a retracement. I hate buying into pumps. Sometimes that's what happened for SWE. I know, Julie, you had posted in the chat, if you're still here, did anybody feel like they missed out on SWE? I did. I fucking did. And I'm so mad that I did, because it was the greed that got the better of me with that whole situation, because it was, flirting with the dollar. It was going, back and forth. And I thought, it was over $1 at this point. I thought, you know what? I'll get it when it gets back into, like, the mid 90s or whatever, when it retraces, and it never did. And then it was at $2, and I was like, okay, I'll get it when it gets back to $1. And then all of a sudden it was, up at $4 and then $5. It's like, what? How? And so sometimes your greed you'll miss, because I call it greed just because it's the only word that I can use to describe it. But like if you were to only hold out for, like we did on virtuals, right? I had set the alert for the absolute bottom of the zone. It never hit it. But if you were to look at a chart like this, where, this calling coin, where, say, we saw just, okay, so this is the daily chart just yesterday. It would down and it would have hit our bottom zone. So it's got the chops. It's got the volatility. It looks like over the last several days with a lot of wicks that, potentially it could come back down here and get into our zone where, maybe on a daily low that you get a chance to get in and buy some. That to me is something that I would do, is find, remember, always, and it doesn't matter the coin, always just find where you have spots where you want to get in and set your alerts. And if you can't do it on things like Dex tools, then we've got to find some other options so that you can get the alerts that you need when, your price for the coins get to where you need them to make your moves. So that's what I would do on this one, is about a cent and a half is, that would be the absolute bottom, but you could get any time in this zone. We learned from virtuals. I'll show you guys that one again. Right here, this was the 618 of the Fibonacci level, this little box right here, and we saw this thing come down, and I was fucking watching this thing, man, and I was looking at it, and golly, and I was looking at it, and I saw it, and I'm like, well, it'll come down there. Come on, it's that close. It'll come down there. And then I saw the candle go back up, back up, back up. And I was like, shit. Once it got back up over, and it was obviously in the tail end of the day because it closed out real small, like right up there. But when it got back up towards the tail end of the day, and you saw that candle just continue to shrink and shrink and shrink, and I was like, man, oh man, we missed it. And you never know, the market could come back down. There's an opportunity to see another downturn, but technically, I would say that we are. Let's see. I would say that we have broken structure, and that's just a rough guesstimate, right? How does a token go from nothing for ages and then pump? Because you sold. That's how. That's why. Because it knows. The token knows that you had it and you were waiting for it to go up. And I'm talking to every single one of us, even me. That happens every time. Nothing. Then you sell it, and then it goes 28% that day. It's like, it's the way the cookie crumbles, man. But that's why I have shifted to some long-term spot positions. I day trade or scalp or do what I got to do with a tiny little position that I grow. And then I am very diligent with taking my profits out and throwing that right back over to the spot account, buying more coins on spot, and then growing those bags and just letting, taking my small wins, stacking those things up, and boom, boom, boom. That seems to work for me. So, all right. Do we have anything else? Have you looked at Ross yet? Coming in from Script. I will take a look at Ross. That's my buddy's name from back in Austin. So shout out to my buddy Ross. Is it Ross Albrecht? Does it have to do with him? 1.13 milli in liquidity, coming in at 2 cents, 2.5 cents. Chart looks pretty good. This thing launched when in summertime, was kind of flat for a while. Very interesting about some of those summer coins that start to pump now, or around time of the election, and the talking about him coming into being, I think, I don't know if it's a full-on pardon or whatever Ross would need. But if you don't know the story of Ross Albrecht, he was he basically built the Silk Road. He put it all together, founded it, and serving a double life sentence plus 40 years for nonviolent, to each their own, right? However you wanted to say that. But anyway, this thing looks like it is ready to do maybe a little bit more climbing and then come back down. You see that this thing loves to go zoop, 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 zoop. So that's what we're waiting for. That's what I'd be waiting for on this coin. And hopefully, if all goes well and day one, when Trump takes office, he gets him out of prison. This thing probably would absolutely send to the moon. Something to we'll watch this one over the next couple days as well. I hope for Ross's sake, for his mother's sake. She has been absolutely everywhere in crypto since I've been in the space, because obviously this happened well before 2017 when I got into crypto. But Lynn, his mother, has been at just about every conference. She's at the Bitcoin conference every single year, advocating for the Free Ross movement, and advocacy and awareness of what they're trying to do, and the mission that she's on. And so hopefully all goes well, and that Ross, because again, what he did, there was some bad things and some bad implications, and a little bit of prison time is probably necessary. But it's been long enough. It's time to free Ross, and so hopefully that's something. If this has any kind of relation to them, the family, whatever stuff for him, this would be great. So I'm going to start this one, do some more research to see what I can find out. But hopefully there is some kind of tie. That'd be great. Any other coins we got? I think that's it. Sorry if I took you guys a little bit later, but hey, I appreciate you. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. If you are watching on X, go ahead and lightly. We showed you. I didn't show you. I forgot. Oh, unless I did show you, I'm going to show you again. All right. So really quick, if you guys could do me a massive solid, like just an absolute massive solid, if you could, if you are watching on X, and say you are watching, obviously you're going to be, there you go. You're watching in full screen, right? So boom, there you are. All you got to do is turn your phone like this, and then it opens up like the little numbers, and then you can, down in the bottom, see where that pink heart is? Yours will not be pink, but you could just tap that, and then it'll turn pink. And then, look, you just go like this. Boom, back to it. Let's go. And that's how you like a video on X, guys. And I appreciate you so much, all, for being here. If you are watching over on YouTube, smash the like. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all very, very much. I will be back tomorrow with the rest of the Web3 Breakfast crew at 9 a.m. So have yourselves a good evening. Do something to make yourselves great. Have a great taco night, right? It's Taco Tuesday. So hopefully you guys get something good. I will be smelling tacos. That's it. I will not be eating them tonight because I am still fasting. I will be at hour 48 in 2 hours. And so the plan is to go one more night. 72 hours was my goal. I wanted to get through this particular phase of the cellular repair. And so we'll see how we're feeling. But I appreciate you guys again. Smash the like on your way out of here, and I will see you in the morning. Ciao for now.